Welcome back, everybody. I'm not sure what channel I'm going to put this on, whether it's my Hayes Tech channel or my Life Post-Stroke channel. But this video is basically going to be a public service announcement. I know you guys hate when I do public service announcements, but I feel that this is necessary for any of you out there who are planning on purchasing a Kia vehicle, okay? So we're going to do a real quick channel identification and we'll be right back. So don't go away. All right, why am I making this video? My wife has a 2017 Kia Soul, and the car has right around 89, 90,000 miles on it, somewhere around there. So it's not over 100,000 miles yet. What's the issue? Well, this car has been using oil. The car's still under warranty. We have taken it back to Kia and we have complained, saying between oil changes, and we get the oil change in this car, you know, no later than 3,000 miles. Actually, and I'll get into that later, but anyways, before we do the oil changes, we have to add oil to this car lately. Okay, within the last 6 months, we have had to add 2, sometimes 3 quarts of oil within the 3,000 mile limit that you have between doing oil changes. So what I've been doing lately is when we notice that we're starting to use oil, I just take it down and just get the oil changed, because when you change the oil, it'll actually last for about 1,000 miles or 1,500 miles. But after that, it starts to use oil again. This is ridiculous. We brought this up with Kia, and they actually took it in, they looked at it, they said, vehicles nowadays are made to use oil. That's not a big deal. It's not smoking. You just make sure you keep an eye on your oil. So if it's somebody who doesn't know how to check their oil regularly the right way, and they're waiting for the idiot light to say, hey, your oil's low, when that light goes off, it's too late. You don't want to wait for that light to go off. So we have to constantly check the oil in this car. And again, like I said, once we start noticing that we're losing oil, which is around 1,000 to 1,500 miles, we just get the oil changed in it. Now, when we talk to Kia about this, again, they keep telling us, this is normal. That's normal? My truck over there has about 105,000 miles on it. I have never used a drop of oil in that truck, ever. So how is that normal? I did see a couple videos online where they were saying some of the newer vehicles, they were, to cut corners, they're designed to use a little bit of oil. No. Yeah, I can understand a little oil, like maybe, adding a quart of oil or half a quart of oil by the time you need an oil change, but not at the rate that this is using it. And to them, this is normal. Guys, I absolutely cannot recommend a Kia to any of you out there. Again, when we first bought this car, it was a great car. I mean, and it still is in a way. It runs great. Although it started running really, really stupid and, like a loss of power, acting really crazy. And this is when my wife actually took it in too about the oil issue the first time. So, they checked it. They said, nah, there's nothing wrong with the oil. That's just the way these cars are today. But they did reset the mapping for the throttle body sensor and all that. So basically it was how we were driving it, I guess. It's been running great as far as performance goes since he did that. But back to the whole oil usage issue. Again, I cannot stress this enough. If your car is using oil, and I don't mean leaking it out, if it is burning the oil and using it throughout the engine, more than, say, a half of a quart, I'll give it a quart of oil within 3,000 miles, you've got something wrong. Again, Kia says this is absolutely normal with their cars. So with that being said, don't buy a Kia, okay? I don't care what kind of car it is. This happens to be the 4-cylinder. As you guys can see, we keep it clean. You know, I take great pain in making sure this thing is kept clean and updated with oil. I mean, everything. That's just the way I am with my cars. But this is the GDI. I don't know how many liters it is, stroke brain. It's the little one that comes in all these little Kias. Oh, something else. This is an automatic. You cannot check the transmission fluid in this. There is no dipstick to check your transmission fluid level. Really? Wow. Okay. Anyways, I think I've griped enough. I don't want to make this a really long video, but I have to tell the truth to all of you out there. And I hope this video, of all videos that I've made, I hope this one goes viral. Don't buy a Kia. Steer clear of Kias, all right? We purchased this at a Kia dealership too. This wasn't like we went and got this at a used car lot somewhere and, and you're just stuck with what you're stuck with. No, we got this as a recertified used vehicle from the Kia dealership. This thing was, I think, a year old when we got it. It wasn't that old when we first purchased this car. Like I said, there's about 90,000 miles on it, 91,000 miles on it. My wife just drives it to work and back. That's it. Everything else we use the truck for. There's no reason why it should be using oil like that, okay? Again, it's not dripping out, it's not leaking, it is burning the oil somewhere. So, there you go. I hope you got something out of this video. And again, I cannot recommend a Kia vehicle. Steer clear of them. All right, guys, that's all I have. I want to thank each and every one of you. Steer clear of Kia. I will see you all on the next one.